Hi everyone, so it's time for another gear review. Now my friend Cody from Two Wheels in a Tent was nice enough to lend me his tent to test out and review. So today we're going over all the stats and features on the Big Agnes Copper Spur two-person bikepacking tent, as well as my opinion on how I think it will work for motorcycle camping. So if you're in the market for a new tent, or maybe considering purchasing this particular tent, this video is for you. Stick around. Okay, to start off, this tent is not cheap. It's an investment for sure, coming in at $450 on Amazon for the regular two-person version. The bikepacking version is coming in between $470 and $500 depending on where you get it. This one I'm reviewing is the bikepacking version, which has a few different features and shorter tent poles because it's made and designed for bicyclists, but it seems to work well for motorcyclists as well. The standard version is now available in olive green and orange, which I'm stoked about because I've had my eye on this tent for a long time. But the orange version, it always kind of bothered me and I prefer to blend in with my surroundings. Now the bikepacking one is actually this nice gray color, which is pretty cool too. There is also a Mountain Glow version, which is integrated with rope lighting. It's $50 more and it comes in a different color. This seemed gimmicky at first, but I have heard good things about it, and the color scheme on that one is pretty cool. You can also get the rainfly that makes this tent the Copper Spur Hotel, and that's going to give you enough space to sit inside of it with your chair or store some gear. It is expensive though, $260 just for the rainfly and extra pole, and that might not be worth the money, but that may be a priority for some of you. It is still ultra lightweight, even with the extra large rainfly, so there is definitely value to that. One more note on price, it is an additional $70 for the footprint, which I would recommend. So as far as specs and stats, this tent weighs in at 3 pounds 7 ounces or 1.56 kilograms. The pack size, if stored all together, is 6 inches by 12 inches or 15 by 30 centimeters. And that length is based on the pole length for the bikepacking tent. The standard is of course going to be a little bit longer. The floor area is going to be 29 square feet or 2.7 square meters. It is rated as a 3-season tent, although it feels pretty light, so I'm not sure it would be enough for me in the late fall. I have a pretty low tolerance for cold though. And as you can see, there are 2 doors and a vestibule on each side. It is also freestanding, which is a great style of tent, in my opinion, for the ease of setup and the ability to easily shake it out in the morning to clean out any dirt or debris. There is this thing Big Agnes calls a high volume angle hub, which increases strength and livable space. That would be compared to older models of the Copper Spur. There is also a vent up here for increased airflow, which should ideally help with condensation. I'm going to go ahead and set this tent up and walk through everything with you. Now, because I don't have long-term use and long-term experience with this tent, I'm going to ask my friend Cody a few questions, and he says he has about 100 camps out of this tent so far. So I definitely trust his opinion on this, and he's one person that camps just about as much as I do. So we're going to go ahead and ask Cody a few questions about this, and then I'll give you my opinion on what I think about this tent as a first impression. So this is my buddy Cody from Two Wheels in a Tent.
Wraps up, guys.
So he has been using this tent for a while now. Would you say about 100 camps?
I'm getting
roughly?
close to 100 camps.
That's pretty awesome, man. And you're digging it so far?
Oh, I love it.
Cool.
I love it. I quit looking at other tents.
That's a pretty bold statement, because I know for myself, I'm a bit of a gear junkie and I always look for the new, better features and everything. So something that puts a stop to that and puts the brakes on that, it's saying
the only
a lot.
thing in the whole motorcycle camping thing that I'm totally satisfied with.
Well, that's pretty cool. So because you've had so much use with this tent, I do have a couple of questions for you, and I want to share a little bit of my opinion about my first impression anyways.
Sure.
So my first question is, you went with the bikepacking version. Are there any features specific to that version that you think are really valuable and worthwhile?
Most definitely. So when I first started motorcycle camping, or even thinking about it, I was going to do it off my small 300cc bike.
Yeah.
And get way off the beaten path. And tent poles were killing me. So they compact to 12 inches.
Wow. That is impressive.
I imagine you can fit them in a hard case. I don't have a hard case, but
yeah,
that in itself was the first selling feature.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's for bicycle packing, but I liked that they're kind of going into a new genre or new field, right?
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of similarities between bicycle camping and motorcycle camping. Of course, we don't have the same concerns with weight as somebody on a bicycle, but we do have some concerns for weight, and the pack size is definitely important. I'll definitely say one thing I noticed, and you probably back me up on this one, ease of setup is, I would say, 10 out of 10. It's as easy as any other tent I've set up.
Definitely.
Setting that up for the first time, it was pretty intuitive. So that's pretty neat. As far as camping in different types of weather with this tent, how about rain? How does this perform in the rain?
You just call it Noah's Ark.
Okay.
It'll float. We've put it, my wife and I, her first camp with me, it dumped. Like there was a quarter to a half inch of rain outside the tent within an hour.
Mm-hmm.
We were dry as could be.
No kidding. I did notice that the bathtub floor on that goes up pretty high. That's quite impressive. As far as cold weather camping in that, do you feel like it's warm enough for you? It is a 3-season tent. It does feel kind of lightweight, but
I do feel like it's warm enough. Obviously, your sleeping pad and your sleeping bag need to be the right choice, but
good point.
It does keep it in pretty good. And I don't know if you're going to ask or not, but the condensation has not been a problem at all.
That was another question I had, so that's good to know too. That vent must really help with the condensation. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And how about warm weather? Super hot.
Warm weather, pretty good. It does pretty good. I mean, a tent's a tent. You're kind of cocooned in, but
you could always, I guess, remove the rain fly if you know it's not going to rain, and I'm sure you get quite a bit of airflow.
Definitely. In fact, it's got so much screen. That's how they probably make it lightweight. Is there's a lot of screen,
a lot of mesh panels,
and but yeah, it gets ventilation that way. Unfortunately, in Moab, there was really, really fine sand, and it was blowing a bit.
Okay.
So we took like half of it off for ventilation. But yeah, it works. It works good. It's not a total sauna. It vents and.
That's good. So as far as durability, how is this tent holding up for you? Any issues so far with things tearing or
it's
not
holding
working?
Up really, really well. Full disclosure, I ordered it, went to Valley of the Gods. I got a rip in the top.
Really?
Like I ordered it right when it came out. So I might have had the first few, but and part of that was user error. But I sent it back to Amazon, replaced it with this.
No issues.
No issues at all. I have noticed some things to kind of be aware of. If you set it up and make it tight, with your stakes, then the zippers are really good. If it's a little loose, sometimes I just pinch the zipper above, and come down. Just it's not that it's cheaply built. You just need to take care of it. I mean, that is not a cheap tent.
No, it's not.
But in the first month I had it, if I'd have been in hotels, it paid for itself like quick.
Of course. And it is an ultra light tent, which does mean it's going to be a little more on the delicate side. You do have to kind of have some finesse with it.
Yeah, you just want to take care of it and be mindful. It's not that it's weak or whatever. I'm really hard on stuff. Yeah, that's why I buy a lot of gear. Besides, I'm a gear addict. But yeah, if you just take care of it, be mindful.
So I think I already know the answer to this one, but would you buy it again?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I do think this is probably going to be my next tent. Almost definitely going to be my next tent. It is a little expensive, so I'm kind of saving up and prioritizing, where does this fall in line with the other things I might need. This would be a huge upgrade for me in terms of livable space. I do appreciate that it's freestanding. You can shake it out in the morning and all of that. It's easy to set up. It's, like I said, it's lightweight. It's spacious. It's a pretty awesome tent. I'm impressed with it, and I appreciate your opinion on it.
Thank you. Yeah, I've had the wife too with a little bit of gear, not a ton. And you have the 2 vestibules, so you can put all your gear under there.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd definitely give this my vote of approval. I think this is an awesome tent. If you're in the market for one, or if you're considering buying this one, I would say definitely pull the trigger on it. It is an investment, but you get what you pay for, with, as with most camping gear and motorcycle gear. So definitely I give this one a thumbs up.
I'll give it 2 or 3.
Perfect. Awesome, Cody. Thanks so much for letting me test this tent out and giving me your opinion of it after some long-term use. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me and letting me do it.
Awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And a link to the tent will be down in the description box if you want to check it out.
Don't forget to come see Two Wheels in a Tent.
That's right. Go check out Cody's channel.
And buy his book. Awesome book.
Appreciate it, Cody. All right, guys. Take care. See you in the next video.